How do we find the exterior angles of a triangle? So here's our first example. We have a triangle here, and it's kind of weird because the triangle, one of the lines sticks out outside the triangle and makes a new angle. And we call this an exterior angle. And it's asking us to find the measure of that exterior angle. We need to figure out what x is equal to, basically. So before you can find the measure of an exterior angle, you first have to know what the measure is of the angle inside the triangle that's next to it. So we can't find this angle without first finding this angle. So what is this angle equal to? Well, there's an important rule that you should know that all triangles add up to 180 degrees on the inside. So to find out the measure of this angle, let's go ahead and take 180 and then subtract out 50 and 60 to find out what's left for this third angle. So the total is 180, but this angle is taking up 50, and this angle is taking up 60. 180 minus 50 is 130, and then minus 60 is 70, which means that this angle is 70 degrees. And of course, if you wanted to check your work, you could add these three together and they should give you 180. So now that we know what this angle is equal to, how do we find out the measure of the exterior angle? Well, you'll notice that these two angles here together make a straight line. And the angle measure of a straight line, I know it seems kind of weird because it's not even really an angle, but a straight line has an angle that looks like this. It's half of a circle, and that actually makes 180 degrees. So if you were to split up this straight line into two different angles, then those two angles together would have to make 180. So there are two ways that we can think about this for finding out this angle. The easier way is to just do it the same way that we did before. In total, these two angles make 180, but this left one is taking up 70. So all that's left for this angle is 180 minus 70, which is 110. So this angle is going to be equal to 110 degrees. Now, the slightly more complicated way to figure it out, but it's still important because we're going to have to do it in the next problem, is to write it as an algebra equation. So this angle right here is 70 degrees, and this angle right here is x. And when you add them together, we know that they have to make 180. And now we can just solve for x. So to get x by itself, I see that 70 is being added to it. So let's do the opposite of adding, which is subtracting, and subtract 70 from both sides of the equation. So these cancel out. On the left side, we just have x. And on the right side, we have 180 minus 70, which is 110. So those are two different ways to figure it out, but both of them give you the same answer. This exterior angle right here is 110 degrees. So here's another example, and this one is a little bit more complicated because we have another exterior angle that we have to find, but it's an algebra expression inside instead of just x. So just like before, we need to figure out how many degrees this inside angle has that's next to the exterior angle before we can figure out the exterior angle. So all of the angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. But this one is taking up 30 of them, and this one is taking up 40 of them. So let's find out how many degrees are left for this angle that we don't know. 180 minus 30 is 150, and then 150 minus 40 is 110. Which means that this angle here is 110 degrees. And just to check our work, 110 plus 30 plus 40 does make 180. So now let's go ahead and figure out what x is equal to. But this time we can't just figure out what the exterior angle is equal to, we have to figure out what x is equal to inside of that angle. And that's why I said last time that even though the algebra equation method was a little bit more complicated, we have to do it in this case to figure out x. We have to do some algebra. So this angle on the left here is 4x minus 10. And this angle on the right is 110. And when you add these two angles together, remember they make a straight line, and a straight line is 180. So in our algebra equation, we're showing that when you add these two angles together, they should make 180. So now we just need to solve our algebra problem. So first of all, I'm seeing that we have like terms here. We have two numbers that don't have a letter, so we can add them together. Negative 10 plus 110, that's the same thing as 110 minus 10, which is 100. And everything else is going to stay the same. And don't forget that this has to be a plus sign, not a minus sign, because this is a positive 100. It's 110 minus 10. So now to get x by itself, we can get rid of the 4 first, or we can get rid of the 100. You can do whichever one you like. I think it's easier to add or subtract first before multiplying and dividing. So I'm going to do the opposite of adding, which is subtracting, and subtract 100 from both sides. So these cancel out. On the left side, we just have 4x. And on the right side, we have 180 minus 100, which is 80. So I'm going to go ahead and move this up here because we're running out of room. And all we have left is 4x equals 80. Now, whenever you have a number and a letter next to each other and there's no sign, that means multiplication. So I'm going to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division, and divide both sides by 4, because now we're just trying to get x by itself. So these cancel out. On the left side, we just have x, and on the right side, we have 80 divided by 4, which is 20, which means that our final answer is that x is equal to 20. Now, technically, there is another way that you could have solved this, so maybe this makes more sense to you, but you could have tried to figure out what this angle is equal to first, and then figure out x. So 180 minus 110 is equal to 70. So this whole angle here is 70 degrees. And then you can make an algebra equation out of that. So you can say that 4x minus 10 has to be equal to 70. And then you could solve for x. You'll get the same answer. So now you know how to use the exterior angle theorem to solve for x. But one of the most confusing topics for students about triangles and geometry is triangle congruence proofs, like side, 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 and side angle side. So if you want a step-by-step guide of how to do those kinds of proofs, then you can watch this video right here. And as always, if you have any questions about this video, go ahead and leave it in the comments, and I'll be sure to answer your question. Thanks for watching.